tonight that there isn't a path for me to win the nomination, which is why I'm suspending my campaign tonight for President of the United States.
He got a hot mic I heard about. I thought actually the bigger story wasn't the fact that he dropped out. Nobody cared too much about that.
I am going to make sure that in no way do I enable Donald Trump to ever be President of the United States again.
Christie just went nuclear on Trump, and it wasn't just about that disastrous debate performance. He exposed something far more dangerous about Trump's future plans that should have every American concerned. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what Christie revealed about Trump's potential cabinet picks, why he called them deranged sycophants, and what this means for America if Trump returns to power. You might think you've heard all the Trump criticism before, but Christie's insider perspective takes this to a whole new level. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. In a bombshell revelation that's flying under the radar, Christie just exposed what might be the most terrifying part of a potential second Trump term. And it's not even about Trump himself. It's about the yes men he's likely to surround himself with if he gets back into the White House. Christie dropped this truth bomb when he revealed that a staggering 40 out of 44 of Trump's former cabinet officials not only refused to work for him again, but won't even cast a vote for the guy. Think about that for a second. That's like having almost your entire company say they'd rather be unemployed than have you as their boss again.
People get promised. I mean, Trump said yesterday that he's going to have a new cabinet position on inflation, except you don't know anything about it. Like, he's throwing everything against the wall he can, and the third that he does know is usually not right.
What about the brain worm? He has a brain worm.
The brain worm would get its own protective detail. It's more than just what he's doing in Pennsylvania. I think the display of confidence that they're showing about, our polls show that he's ahead in all of these places, is a setup.
When the people who know you best are running for the hills, maybe that should tell us something. But here's where it gets really scary. Christie isn't just worried about Trump's wild policies or mean tweets. He's genuinely alarmed about who might fill those empty cabinet seats. And he didn't mince words either. He called Trump's potential new team deranged sycophants, fancy talk for crazy people who'd kiss Trump's feet while the Constitution burns. The real kicker? These wouldn't be normal political appointees focused on running the government. According to Christie, these would be people whose primary qualification is blind loyalty to Trump himself, not to American laws or that pesky Constitution they swore to protect. It's like hiring a security guard whose main skill is looking the other way when you rob the place. And let's get something straight. This isn't just political mudslinging from some random anti-Trumper. This is coming from Christie, someone who not only endorsed Trump in 2016, but also ran his transition team. The man has seen how the Trump sausage gets made, and he's warning us that the recipe is changing for the worse. During one particularly heated debate moment, Christie called out Trump's disturbing comment about being a dictator on day one of a second term.
Your fellow governor, I think you guys were friends, Arnold Schwarzenegger, came out with a very thoughtful endorsement of Kamala Harris, saying he was going to vote for her, that he's really kind of tuned out politics.
All the different things that have happened to him in his life since he left the governorship have led him to be even more reflective about things. So, look, I think everybody who wants to express themselves should. But what it will, and Alyssa, you're right, what it will do is it's a celebrity not endorsing Trump, but endorsing her, and that will really anger Trump. It's more than just what he's doing in Pennsylvania. I think the display of confidence that they're showing about, our polls show that he's ahead in all of these places, is a setup.
While some brushed it off as typical Trump exaggeration, Christie wasn't buying it. There is no mystery to what he wants to do, Christie warned. He started off his campaign by saying, "I am your retribution." Not, "I am your president" or "I am your public servant," but retribution, like some cartoon villain out for revenge. What makes this whole situation even more ridiculous is how Trump's most loyal followers keep finding excuses for his behavior. As Christie pointed out during the debate, some Republicans were so eager to please Trump that they raised their hands, promising to support him even if he was convicted of crimes. Christie called them out directly. Do I think he was kidding when he said that he was a dictator? All you have to do is look at the history, and that's why failing to speak out against him, making excuses for him, pretending that somehow he's a victim, empowers him. The pattern is painfully obvious at this point. Trump likes people who tell him what he wants to hear, not what he needs to hear. Remember that jaw-dropping moment during COVID when he suggested maybe injecting disinfectant could cure the virus? A room full of advisors, and nobody could effectively stop him from saying something that dangerous on national television. That's the danger of surrounding yourself with yes men.
If he wins, he could say we were geniuses and we knew more than the pollsters knew.
Yeah.
If he loses, he could say, see, it was stolen.
Right.
Because we didn't see this coming.
Don't buy it.
So I think the whole thing is a setup. He wants to project to people that, see, I'm doing so well that I can afford to go to a place like New Mexico for an afternoon because I'm doing well and I'm going to be the winner, so you want to vote for the winner. People like to vote for winners, right? People hate to feel like they're wasting their vote, right? So he wants to project that. That's why I think he went to New Mexico. Not that he has any realistic chance of winning New Mexico.
Now, imagine a second Trump term with even fewer guardrails. The first time around, there were still some experienced government officials willing to join his administration. But with 40 out of 44 former cabinet members saying thanks, but no thanks, who's left? People whose primary qualification might be their TikTok rants about how the 2020 election was stolen or how the deep state is hiding aliens in Area 51. Christie's warning exposes the real threat. It's not just about Trump's unstable behavior. It's about an entire government apparatus potentially staffed by unqualified loyalists who won't stand up to him when he crosses legal or ethical lines.
It's more than just what he's doing in Pennsylvania. I think the display of confidence that they're showing about, oh, our polls show that he's ahead in all of these places is a setup. It's more than just what he's doing in Pennsylvania. I think the display of confidence that they're showing about, oh, our polls show that he's ahead in all of these places is a setup. People like to vote for winners, right? People hate to feel like they're wasting their vote, right? So he wants to project that. That's why I think he went to New Mexico. Not that he has any realistic chance of winning New Mexico.
It's like replacing all the brakes in a car with people who just shout, "You're doing great," as it speeds toward a cliff. And Christie isn't a lone voice here. Dozens of former Trump administration officials have similar concerns, painting a consistent picture of a leadership style that values personal loyalty over competence, experience, or commitment to democratic principles. So here's the thing about Christie's warning. It's not just another political jab. This is a 5-alarm fire for our democracy. When a potential president can't convince his former team to stick around for round 2, we've got a serious problem on our hands. The talent pool for Trump's second term might look less like experienced government officials and more like a reunion of The Apprentice rejects. Policy decisions aren't supposed to be made by whoever kisses the bosses behind most enthusiastically. Democracy works best with checks and balances, not with yes men nodding along as constitutional boundaries get crossed. This isn't about liking Trump or not, it's about who's going to be whispering in his ear.